fresh, here in the flesh, here to give you my absolute best for last breath, sizzling and delivering with zeal and zest to help you on your quest of becoming your best and to keep you in check. I'm here to knock you about your comfort nest once again, my friend, and I'm going to do that by talking about the 3 lessons I learned from Dynasty Warriors. Okay, what's Dynasty Warriors? It's a video game I played growing up. Me and my brother would play on PlayStation and Xbox, and what it was back, I think it was before Christ and just a little bit after Christ, that time period, China had these wars, Wei, Wu, and Shu, the 3 kingdoms, and this is a little bit of the history, but they battled for land and other things. And it was really fun. They had their weapons, their super cool weapons, and you'd basically go around conquering lands. It was super fun. But I learned some 3 lessons I'm going to share with you because I walked into this room, and it's a Chinese room at the Pittsburgh Cathedral of Learning. And it's such an amazing room. In each room I might make more videos in other rooms. But today we're talking about Dynasty Warriors and 3 lessons I learned. And the first one, most important, critical cornerstone is ambition, all right? We need to have an ambition. And the one individual in this video game who had that ambition was Cao Cao. He was the leader of Wei, great ruler of men. He was awesome. And he had a firing ambition. Wale talks about the ambition, right? Well, you need to get and amplify your ambition. I know me, personally, every day I'm burning, buzzing, oozing with desire, and that comes from my ambition. Napoleon Bonaparte says that great ambition is the passion of good character. So how great is your ambition? Are you utilizing it? So I'm going to help you utilize it with the next one here. And we'll go back to Napoleon Bonaparte at the end on another great quote he had. Similar to Cao Cao, they're very similar in they were both the generals. And here we have the next one I learned from Dynasty Warriors is strategy. Zhuge Liang, strategy. It's important in your life to have a strategy because if you have an ambition, that's great. But if not, you'll be like how I was on my earlier journey and sometimes still am. And that's a forest. Yeah, I'm growing. I have my journal and I read my books, but I'm growing, but I'm out of control. I'm like a forest. Strategy helps you become structured like a garden and really allows you to have that manifestation of abundance that you truly want, and you will bloom and blossom beautifully with strategy. So how are some ways you can get strategy? Well, strategy comes from intelligence, and you do that by developing your intelligence, which is why the great artist Salvador Dali says intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings. Supporting what I'm saying here. So see that intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings. You can't fly. How sad would that be to see a bird without wings that couldn't fly? So you need to have a strategy. And one way, in this video is what I'm going to show you on strategy, is do webs. Little webs of what your strategy could be, right? Web, create a web. Let's say you have a goal. Okay, you have your goal. Good. You got your ambition, you got your goal. Just write it down in a great format, specific, time accurate, and then think of all the ways you can get that goal. Create a strategy. Who you need to see to get help from. What you can do today. What you can do in a week. What action steps you can take. Why do you want the goal? I want it for this reason. I want to make this different. I want to indirectly affect these people. I want to have this impact by doing this. I want to create this. Sometimes when I do this, I just come up with all these reasons, because reasons is where your ambition lies. Strategy is going to help you get there. And what this will create is two, Cao Cao and Zhuge Liang, the great strategist, Chinese generals. The next one is from Lu Bu, one of the most fearsome, greatest warriors of all time, next to Achilles. Okay, this guy was dominant, and what he had was might. He had might. Ambition, strategy, and might. Now, he didn't have strategy, so that's why he fell. But he had, at one point, he had a well-rounded team, which gave him that. So that's what you have to have. If you don't have one of these, create it around you. These are so important, you need to have them all together. The ambition and strategy will create the might. These two will give you the might. Might for life, might for rights, right? So you see these people with amazing passion and work, and they're so successful. In their minds, some of them, they're doing God's work. They have a might for right. So you want to get on that level of passion, that level of ambition, and you will have a might to you. All right, a might that you could have your weapon, have your sword, and see something and conquer it. So being a conqueror. But Voltaire says, it's not always great to conquer. Sometimes you have to seduce. So we're talking about pushing his might. Now I want to talk about pulling in another video, which is seducing. Like, if you have a Lamborghini, you have influence. I know me, I want to get my ideas out all the time. I'm trying to share these things, but it's tough because I need to have a normal conversation with some people. So I can't just get it out there. I need to get more success. I'm successful right now, and when I say success, I mean being a great student, being in the best shape I can be in. And when people talk behind my back, they say, Dougie is growing, Dougie's learning, Dougie, this basically the values I try to live every single day. So we have these three here, and see where you're at with these three. Okay? Know this will give you that push. Also, you want to learn that pull. And just to finish up, another quote by Napoleon Bonaparte. He says that he says the quote that silence, most people suffer not from the silence of bad people, but the violence of good people. Okay? Napoleon Bonaparte says that most people suffer because of the silence of, not because of the violence of bad people, yes, we suffer because of that, but more so because of the silence of good people. Well, I feel I'm a good person, I'm not going to be silent, and I don't want you to be either. So express yourselves, find your ambition, create your strategy, and live with might. Stay fresh, stay blessed. Take a look at this beautiful, gorgeous room.